Dang, it doesn't fit. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are well. So if you follow my channel, you know I did this custom crawler build. And if you don't follow me, make sure you click that subscribe button down below if you want to see more RC rock crawling videos. So, like I said, you've been following me. You know I did this custom crawler build. And it's based on a VS410 chassis. And I got the Hobbywing axe in there, Vanquish 3-gear transmission, Reef servo, and it's just been a solid truck. I've been driving it, enjoying it, and I've been rocking a different body. This body right here, pow, just a cab. It was actually a mess up. I messed up with a heat gun, but what made it great is I'm trying to be all-out performance, so I don't care if I wreck or anything on this body. So it's actually been great. My plan was to run this Power Wagon, Ram Charger. My bad. I don't know why I was thinking Power Wagon. But this Dodge Ram Charger, it is a great body. I got it all painted. I got other videos if you want to see all about that. Not the best, but I got some ideas to spruce it up, make it look a little bit better. But when I went to mount it, it's kind of like no dice. Because what I think the problem is this 3-gear transmission is more, the spur gears in the forward position, whereas a lot of the other trucks, it's in the back. So the interior has a little bump out here. Oops, Steve went a-flying, to clear that and give you some room. But obviously on this, it doesn't have that. So I kind of had to rethink what I wanted to do. Now, if you really wanted it to fit, you could hack it up. Or, I mean, you could, let me just get this out. You could just run no interior. But that would be silly with this body. It's expensive. It comes with the interior. It comes with a optional hard top, which I have over here. And I really wanted the interior for all my figures. If you don't know, I collect figures. Check me out, Action Figure Propaganda on Instagram and YouTube. But I really want an interior, so I had to kind of rethink. So I could hack this thing up. I'd have to cut all this out on the tunnel and all that. That'd be silly. It would look like crap. So, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to scrap the whole idea of that body on the truck. And what I got is my HPI Scale Builders Kit. That's what I stole the single cab body off of, because I have a Power Wagon body I was running on here, but that was like my first body. I got a lot of time into it, so I try not to run it. It's like a Shelf Queen body. So I took basically everything I needed to mount that off, and we're going to start with a clean slate here. So I do have some videos on this rig if you want to check it out. It's actually a pretty solid rig. I really like the setup on this. And if you look, nothing sticks up. Everything's in the front. You got this divorce transfer case. So the transmission, you know, your spur gear's up here. It comes from this dog bone gear over to your transfer case here. So it sits really low. So we should really have the clearance. Now, I did run into an issue, I think, with these inner fenders. I hacked them up a little bit, so there's not really much left. I think I'm just going to take them off in general. But if you see just a quick slippity slip, we're looking pretty good. I can get it outside the rock sliders. I might leave the sliders. I'm not 100% sure yet. I got to get down to the nitty gritty and get this body mounted. But that's okay. I'm really actually... the other day, I forget how many days ago, my last video, I kind of found out during the video, that was like an honest deal during that video. I went to kind of put it on and realized, like, crap, this thing isn't going to fit. So I was a little disappointed. But oh well, it is what it is. And I was like, I was thinking, you know what? I could just throw it on the HPI because it's going to be basically a bodiless truck. It's just sitting around. And I don't drive this truck a lot, and I'm not going to want to really bash this body up It's more for getting those kind of scale videos with my figures in there. You know, Steve, he's itching. He's ready to go for a ride. Steve, want to go for a ride? Oh, hell yeah. So, you know, Steve's ready. I'm ready. So I'm going to set up the time lapse, and I'm going to get to mounting this thing. I already got some magnets on here. I got some Gorilla Glue shoe glue. You know, E6000 is compatible. I don't know. I like the Gorilla Glue brand. I'm not really 100% sure, but I got that. I got some epoxy. I got magnets. I got more magnets. I got this kind of setup that might go in here for the where the seat is. Instead of putting body posts, I might use this Velcro. I might have to cut this off. I might have to drill out the shock hoops to accept bigger body posts because it uses slightly smaller posts, and then it uses these little pins to hold them in there. Not really a fan of that, but it is what it is. I will come up with something, but I think this body is going to be great on this truck. So I'm going to go ahead, remove the bumper, trim up some fenders, and start mounting and gluing and get the interior kind of glued in, not glued in there, get the magnets glued. I realized I can use magnets on this, and I'd rather use magnets if I can than Velcro. So yeah, I'll set up the time lapse, and once I get it all mounted or I find a spot that I want to show you guys something, I will come back, show you, and let you know. But the HPI is getting a Dodge Ramcharger body. So let's do it. Okay, so here we are. This is actually the next day because I had to shoe glue the magnets in there so that I had to dry. I used this Gorilla Glue here. It says it's like E6000 strength. I saw that, so I decided to go with it. So I got that magneted on there. Seems pretty strong. Maybe not as strong as I thought it was going to be because I did not use 2 of these rare earth magnets. I already had these ones on here, and I didn't want to pull them off, so I decided just to go with those. I mean, I can't lift the truck up by them, so I don't know how strong they actually are. So what I decided to do is I think that should hold it on enough in the front. Worst case, I will have to pull those magnets off of here, or I'll have to drill out those holes for some other body mounts and just they're already drilled out. I will have to cut those off and shoe glue these on. I might go ahead and do that because I think I will get some better bonding that way, but I'm not sure of the alignment because these ones are just a tiny bit bigger. So when I get them in there, I can get everything. I have just a little bit more room because I don't have to actually line up. So I am not sure. But so far, everything's coming good. I got the body sitting really low. It actually goes on the outside of the sliders if you look in there. So that's pretty cool. I got the body really low, so that's going to dictate a couple of other things, which I'm going to have to go ahead and show when I get to that step. But right now, I am going to go ahead and get the posts in the back, and I'm just going to remount the holes here for the rear, and I'm thinking I'm just going to have the posts come through and put some body clips in there. It's not... To get magnets in there, I would have to make... I had a little piece, but actually I took it all apart. I had styrene on these posts here, and it went across, and it would have sat nice with the Velcro, but the orientation was wrong. It has to go like this to get the pins through. I had it like this. I had it set up on another vehicle. I do have other styrene. I could make a bunch of pieces, but But I think I'm just going to run body posts. That way it's nice and secure in the front. Just pop those two out, pull the body off, and I think I'll be pretty good with that setup. So far it's coming along nicely. I think it's going to look good. I'm going to have it sitting nice and low, which will be good for performance because it is going to be a little bit more of a heavier setup. And then I'm going to move on to the interior. I'm going to take some styrene. Someone suggested beefing these up, so that's not really a bad idea. And I'm going to have to do some trimming and try to get all the magnets lined up. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use, how everything's going to come together there. I got a little bit more trimming to do. And I'm going to have to glue the magnets on underneath here, those will sit, so that way you don't see them up here when I'm not running it. But to be honest, I don't even know if I'm going to do that yet, because I'm not really sure I want to run the topper that often, but I guess it's something I should do, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead, get these holes reamed, and then I can move on to getting all the magnets glued on where I need for the interior. So that's where we stand for now, so I'm going to get working, and I'll check back in with you guys. Okay, so it is now Sunday, another day here. Been waiting for stuff to dry. Been using this. It says sets in 5 minutes, but I don't know. I've been giving it a long time. I had one little issue where the magnet, I think some of this spilled over, so it kind of had the magnet stuck, so only one was lined up, but all the, that was on the body. So that's why you don't see the truck here, because it's out drying. I just didn't want the fumes in my little room here. So I got it out drying. Hopefully that will be all set. I have all the magnets on the interior here. So I got 1, 2, and 3 up here. So this is just going right into the body, really nice. So I'm super pumped about that. So this seems to be holding good. Just kind of will go like that. I just have to trim out a little bit of this here because it was sticking out of the wheel well. So once I get the body all set, I can get this in there, do the final bit of trimming. I got the dash piece all trimmed out, so this is kind of what it looks like if anyone is doing one of these. There's really no clear directions on what to do. So I kind of just cut this out like that, and then it slides in there pretty dang good. So that's what it looks like. So it fits pretty snug. You could do some glue. I think I might just use some of these little tiny magnets I have so I can remove it whenever I want instead of permanently gluing it in there, because I'm going to keep trying to further this build. I got some plans. I realized a couple of things. I made a couple of mistakes, so the body's kind of got a couple of issues, and I think over time I can fix those, and I'm going to maybe do some weathering and a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to have to do that to the interior. So if I have everything removable to where I can get at it, I think that will benefit me in the long run. So there's plenty of surface area here that I left on the piece, and I got those tiny magnets right here. They're really little, so I can just put one in each corner, and that will hold it on there plenty, and I can just, boom, pop it out and work on stuff. I got to put the sticker on the dash. I got a couple of things I can do for now, but that is kind of how I did that. So I just kind of followed this little line in here, cut it out, trim this just to give my feet on the figure just a little bit more room. I put this chain link steering wheel from an Axial kit that I had, and the figure will still fit in. The only thing I don't like is the wheel does not come come close enough to get his hand just right. It's kind of okay. I guess he fits it. So I might leave it like that, but that's part of why I want to make it removable, because I just have a 2mm screw in the back to hold the wheel on, so I could take that off and just maybe put a couple spacers on there just to get it out just a little bit. But he does hold the wheel, does look okay. So that is kind of what we got going on and where we stand with everything right now. So I'm going to wait for the rest of that epoxy to dry so the body's all good. But everything will be all in. I'll be able to slap some wheels on it because I might have to do some more trimming. I got to see what size tires I'm going to run on this. I got a couple of different things, so we'll have to get to that when we get there. This video is getting pretty dang long, but we'll see how it all comes out. It's been like a 2-day project here, but you know, you gotta wait for glue to dry and whatnot. So if it ends up really long, I appreciate everyone still watching, and let's see how this thing turns out. Well, alright guys, third time is the charm. Body is all mounted. In the back, I'm just using traditional posts here. Got those all lined up, everything's good. So I was having a few issues with the magnets, but I finally got it all on there. Now, I'm only going to maybe do this one time here, because I'm still a little worried about everything and the glue. But you can see inside here, I got all the magnets aligned. So those are real good. I got 4, 2 for the body, and then the other one's for the interior. So I'm just going to show this real quick. This is the interior. Just slides in like that. And it's all magneted in there. And I can just pop it out, pop it in. And once it's in there, I can align my post in the back, and then it just pulls that down. And throw my body pin in. And it holds it pretty good. Not bad considering there's only 2 magnets on there. And if you look underneath, this side right here, these ones perfectly touching. And this one, on this side, I had to guess just a tiny bit, but they're pretty much touching as well. So that's the interior. Everything is all mounted. I got that axial chain link wheel in the dash. The dash is not perfect yet. I am going to probably just magnet mount that in, like I said, so that way I can take it out. But I'm not going to take this body on and off anymore right now. I want that stuff to fully dry. I mean, it's been a long time, but I'm still a little bit worried about it. Not sure if maybe that JB Weld didn't really like to bond to the magnets. Usually I use shoe glue, never have a problem, but I was trying that stuff. All the other stuff seems pretty good. Overall, pretty happy with how everything is sitting in there. All the alignment is good, but you can see here I got some of the interior sticking out, so I got to trim that. But yeah, I guess I'm probably gonna have to do that right now in order to move to the last little step that I want to talk about. The next thing I have on the table is what I am going to do for wheels and tires. So as you can see, this was the next dilemma here. So I got some options. I got this body sitting nice and low, which is obviously really good. I could actually even add a bumper in the front if I don't want to with that scale bumper. The back, I don't think that's going to happen. But at least I can get maybe a nice bumper set up in the front. I don't know. But we'll definitely be doing the rear. So the next thing is tires. So here are my Vanquish bronze wheels I have. I actually like to run these in my Red Cat, but we're just going to see how they would look because I'm worried about clearance. So let's just get them kind of on here, and we'll see how everything looks. And then I will show you my options of what maybe I'll do. So you can see I got all these different tires on the bench right now. It's actually now late on Sunday. This was quite the weekend project. And just as I suspected, in order to get the chassis to mount as I wanted. Now, it's not a huge deal, but it is something that I don't really like. I think in the back, oh wow, no. Yep, I mean obviously trimming will remedy everything, but I might have to even rethink what I want to do. Which would stink because I'd have some holes there, but as you can see, the tires are hitting the body here, which is definitely not good. Now, there's a lot of overhang. I am overhanging in the front, but you can see the arches here are a little off. And now, I don't really like that, but in order to get this body to sit a little more forward, it's going to have to come up, and I would have to have the shock hoops, so it'd have to come up quite a bit more, and I would have to have the body sitting on the bed part here, the magnets. I could put magnets right on top of the hoops, and I'd have to move it forward, which would mean I would have to move the magnets in the front back again. So it's definitely not undoable, but I was kind of trying to get the holes in here because that's how I seen it. I think that's how you're, I guess, not supposed to. Obviously, if you're doing custom, you can kind of do whatever you want, but I was hoping that would work. So what my other option would be is I have class 1 tires, Super Swampers. Those would mount up, but there's still probably be an issue. So I got this extra set of wheels, or I got these 4.6s. These are actually nice, the Truxus MTs, but they are not the right compound. They're not the Predator compound. They do perform okay, but definitely not the best. So, I don't know. I guess that's going to kind of end it here. I'm going to have to, for sure, figure some stuff out because it's not the worst. I mean, that front tire is definitely not the worst, but they definitely do look too big on there when it squats down. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Should I try to run some class 1 tires? I'm not looking for all-out performance, so I don't care if I don't have the best tire. Just trying to work with what I have. I can always buy other tires, but the rubbing is pretty close, and I do not really want to have to move everything forward, but it is kind of a pet peeve to not have the tire and wheel in the center of the wheel arch. That kind of just is silly. But yeah, I'm going to have to rethink everything because I don't know if I'd be able to actually get that mounted in that manner. I know in the front I can just obviously lift my posts up, but then the body's going to be sitting high. I want it to be sitting as low as I can. Definitely have to cut quite a bit out. Obviously, smaller tires would be less. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think I should do in the comments. I have Red Cat wheel I could try. I didn't like how the beadlock worked with these tires that I've tried to mount them on, so that's an option there for wheels. I'd probably just go with these Proline black wheels. I like these. They're just plastic beadlocks, but they work pretty good. So, yeah, I got some more work to go ahead, but at least you guys can kind of see how I got everything going on this truck. The interior is all in, so I'd have to take those body posts out and kind of, yeah, that's kind of where it needs to sit, and that's just really not enough. So I don't know. I'm going to have to definitely move it around. That's my opinion. Like I said, I've kind of accepted it's going to be a project. I want it to look as good as I can. If I have to touch up paint, I'm going to do some weathering, because if I pull those magnets off and pull all of that epoxy off, it's going to rip the paint off. So at least the interior is good. I do have options that looks like there might be some clearance. I don't know. I'm starting to ramble here. All these ideas are going through my head. So I got to get this video done, and then I can get back to work. And I guess I'll just bring you guys along next time I have some progress on this. But really appreciate you guys tuning into this one. I know it's going to be a long one. but hopefully I can edit it down a little bit. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, rcpropaganda.com, rc_propaganda on Instagram. Visit my website, rcpropaganda.com, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.